Gotta ask you this though, Spinz. Which track was the first track that brought you the money that made you say, okay, this is real and I'm not playing in here?
Well, when I signed my first publishing deal or whatever, that was 2012. That was Cashing Out.
Okay. Ooh.
You know, that was the one that I get billboards, you know, stuff like that.
What was it like seeing Cashing Out go crazy? Because I remember when that hit the radio and it didn't stop hitting the radio. It was just a smash hit. Cash Out then blew up, and it was just another, you know, notch in the belt for the city and the culture at that time. Right. What was that like for you having that kind of, you know, nationwide success?
It was great, man. Like, you know, I think we might have talked about it before, but, you know, when I was doing that, I was a kid still, even though I was maybe 22, 23. I didn't understand everything, you know what I mean? And I'm still learning every day to this day. But it was great. You know, obviously hadn't seen that amount of success or money at one time. So it was, you know, it was great. And, you know, just the possibilities and opportunities that it granted me, it was really great. I was and still is to this day, like, extremely grateful for it.
Studio sessions at that time, though, Spinz. I mean, which ones stick out to you the most, sir?
Man, I tell people all the time, you know, because now, I don't know if you know about the producer culture, but it's a big send beats culture. Like, send me a pack. It's like, bro, to be honest, 100 beats. I have sent beats before, but I can tell you, me personally, like, I've never made a hit from sending beats.
What?
Every hit in my catalog came from me being there.
Are you serious?
And we creating the record. Yeah, and the very early ones, like I said, it was in my apartment. So I'm recording, you know what I'm saying, making the beat right there. It might be people here, girls here, you know, we vibing and we just printing, we recording right here, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I made all my hits. I'm not 100% against sending beats, but I do know it's a difference. Like when you really creating shit, and I just like to keep as much of that organic energy as possible. Because I think when you in the studio, like, you capturing lightning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if, like, let's just say, like, I'm big on capturing, like, if an artist got something at the moment, like, where the mic hot, I'm ready for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you might not get that 5 minutes from now. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a million ways to do different things, but for me, I like being there in the creation of it.
So with the artists that be on the move and you know, that want you to send beats like that, you know what I'm saying? You say you don't prefer to do that. Do you turn it down, or do you still say, you know what, let me go ahead and send that pack, because this might turn into something, even though this is how I'm used to doing it, but then I got to accept how change is now, because some people, you know, like, I come from that too, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, people have changed now, you know what I'm saying? And time is just, So how do you approach that situation when a Hot Boy Turk say, bro, I need a beat pack, bro? You know
I'm gonna get the Turk every time.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all know I'm gonna slick it in now. He on camera.
Straight up.
Yeah.
But for sure. Like, it really just depends on my relationship with the artist. Okay. Sometimes, you know, if I don't know the artist and I feel good about it, I might send them a little something. You know what I'm saying? But if we got a relationship, a working relationship, they say send me something, I'm gonna send you something. Yeah. But I want to have that floor open to where whatever I want you to send it back, and then what you do send back, I might hear one little change or something. If you open the building like that and creating, I can't wait to do it.
Exactly.
Working with a young Future at that time, though, man, that early trajectory, being able to get in there with him, what were those vibes like early on, Spinz?
Yeah, amazing. I tell people all the time, man, Future's he's an amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? Intelligent person, you know what I'm saying? But just the vibes, man, the vibes in the city, and him just being who he was, like, it's amazing. I'm with everything in my career, I'm super grateful that I got to experience it at the time that I did, because I haven't experienced anything like that.
But what about when he says, okay, Spinz, this is the single right here, okay? Honest, I'm about to run with this. Commas, I'm about to run with this, and you like, okay, now we about to tell some shit up out here. What's going through your mind at that time, Spinz?
Man, like with bruh, it's just always kind of been like even the way we started. It started from an organic place, and that was like what I really valued about working with bro, because it was like, you know, sometimes to what Turk's saying, you might send some beats, you might not get nothing back. Yeah. Bruh be like, pull up, you know what I'm saying? And get what, when we pull up, but we finna make 5, 6 songs right there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just his proficiency and, like, you know what I mean, consistency, I think that attributes to where he's at in his career. He never stopped. When he 50 million, 100, bro, he probably recording right now. You know what I'm saying? So, just that and, like, him really being just a great artist, you know what I mean? I'm glad I got to play a part in that.
How many unreleased Future songs do we have, Spinz?
Me or just him?
I'm talking about on the Spinz track.
Oh yeah, man. Bruh got, you know, yeah, he.
I'll see that.
A whole lot, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So how do you approach having all this unreleased music from these legends? You know what I'm saying? Do you own the situation, or you have to go back and revisit it with the artist?
For sure, always, because it's a group thing to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you making a record, it's like a marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you are familiar with splits and stuff like that. It's like, man, it take all of that to make a record. So I don't want to make any move on a record without you in full agreement.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?